Warming up is an important way to prevent injuries. First, I'll take you through a general warm-up for the entire body. Then an additional warm-up for your legs. And finally, an additional upper body warm-up. Just follow along with me and do 6 or 7 of each exercise. First, we start with toe flexion and extension, where you bend your toes back and forth. Here we're warming up the muscles that flex and extend your toes, as well as the calf and shin muscles. And be sure to keep breathing. Now flex and extend your ankles. Now we're including the muscles at the front of the lower leg and the calf muscles, in addition to those that control the movements of the toes. Flex and extend as far as you can. Now ankle circles. Now we're adding the muscles on the sides of the lower leg, the inner lower leg, and the outer lower leg muscles that stabilize our balance in walking and running. Or you can do both legs at the same time. Now we're going to shake our feet. Just put your feet in the air and just shake your feet and breathe while you're doing it. Here you're warming up the entire leg, and you're including the hamstrings, the quadriceps, and the abdomen. Now, knee to chest and replace. Slowly move your knee toward your chest and then replace it. Move slowly and deliberately. You're beginning to warm up the psoas and iliacus muscles that are deep in the abdomen and pelvis. These muscles become engaged when you bring your knee toward your chest, flexing your hip. Now you're going to add throwing your foot over, knee to chest with a foot throw. As you take your knee slowly toward your chest, bring your foot toward your head. Stay conscious of your breathing as you do this. Your thigh and abdominal muscles are now working a little bit harder. Okay, now we're going to do chest, extend, chest, replace. So knee toward the chest, extend your leg out, bend your knee again, and then replace it and go to the other leg. Your body is now beginning to get warmer as you increase the effort. The closer you bring your foot to just above the floor, the more your thigh, abdomen, and pelvic muscles work. Make it slow and smooth. Now we're going to move on to the pelvic tilt and lift. Slowly bring your pelvis off the floor and return it to the ground. And you're going to be working the deeper abdominal muscles. The hips, the back, the thigh also come into play. Don't hold your breath. Breathe deeply as you are comfortable breathing. Keep your mouth closed and breathe through your nose. If you want to exhale through your mouth, that's okay, but most of the breathing should happen through your nose. Now bring the knee to your chest, extend it out, and then lift it up into the air with the knee straight, and then replace it. And then move to the other leg. You're now increasing the exertion for your thighs, pelvis, and trunk. Go slow and control the impulse to speed up. Now we're going to make the motion continuous. You're going to bring it up and out, and then keep doing the same leg over and over again. Bend and straighten out, and keep doing the same one 6 or 8 times. Now you're slowly increasing the load, and then you go to the other one. Keep it slow and rhythmic. And you can also involve your feet by flexing and pointing your toe as you do it. Now we're going to go out 45 degrees. So we're going to lift the knee to the chest, straighten down, and lift up to 45 degrees out to the side. Bend the knee and put it down. And then switch legs. Here and out and up 45 degrees and replace. There you go. So now we're involving the adductor muscles on the inside of the thigh and the abductor muscles on the outside of the thigh and hip, warming them up in the process. And bring the leg to an angle that's comfortable for you. Don't strain. Now we're going to take it out to a 60 or 70 degree angle. Go to where it's comfortable for you. What this does is slightly change which muscles you're using. Now your muscles are getting warmer as the exertion increases. Always remember to breathe deeply as you can while you're doing these warm-up exercises. Now you can do these warm-ups at home before you go out if you're going to go out and do something out of doors. If it's summertime, of course, you could do it outside. And the warm-up will last maybe 20 or 30 minutes if you have to go somewhere. Okay, now we're going to do the chest circle out, extend, replace. So now you're going to be bringing the knee up, bringing it out, straightening it down, and bringing it up and replacing it. And then you're going to do that a couple of times, then put your leg down, and then you're going to do the other leg. Out to the side, a number of different times. Here you're warming up the muscles of the hip and thigh. These important muscles in the buttock, pelvis, and upper outer thigh rotate the thigh outward at the hip. You are also using the deeper muscles in the abdomen and low back that are attached to the spine. Then you're going to reverse it. And here you're reversing the action, beginning to work the muscles that rotate the thigh inward at the hip. And you can do 2 or 3 or 4 or 10, depending on your body and what the weather is, how cold it is outside. The more you do, the more you'll warm up. And you do a bit on one side and then change to the other side. You're circling in now. And try not to speed up. Keep the movement slow and smooth. Now we're going to do the low back twist. And you just bring one leg over and touch the ground with your foot and your knee, and then go to the other side. And you just go back and forth smoothly. And we're involving the muscles of the low back, the mid back, that rotate the trunk. You're also putting brief tension on the ligaments that hold your low back and pelvis together. This keeps them healthy. You're also using your inner thigh and outer thigh muscles. It's okay if your hands come off the ground. It's okay if your knee doesn't touch the ground, depending on how flexible you are. Do it in a way that feels really comfortable. Now we're going to do bicycling in the air. So place your hands underneath the back of your pelvis, lift your legs into the air, and make believe you're riding a bicycle in the air. Flex your feet by pulling your toes toward your nose. Breathe a little more deeply as you do this, and then make it a little bit faster to get your heart rate up a bit more. Now you're going to stand up. Now reach for the sky. With the sky reach, lift up as high as you can, and then straighten your elbow at the end of each movement. Alternate right and left, and look up a little bit as you do that, if it's comfortable for you to do that. Here you're beginning to warm up your shoulders, your upper arms, your chest, and your upper back. You do it smoothly, continuously. Don't move too fast. Best to warm up if you're moving slowly. Now you're going to reach out to the side. Reach one side and the other side. As far as you can move. This is going to warm up the muscles at the sides of your abdomen and low back, in addition to your shoulders and upper back. Here you're isolating the rib cage, moving the trunk from side to side. Now we're going to do the shoulder roll. So bring your shoulders up, slowly roll them toward the back and down all the way around. You do them slowly and concentrate on your breathing as you do it. You're now involving the muscles of your neck as well as your shoulders and upper back. And then you're going to go the other way. Making a smooth, circular movement with your shoulders. And we're going to raise the shoulders up and breathe in, and then let them drop as you exhale. And raise up and breathe in, and let them go. Keep going. You're using the muscles that control the elevation of your shoulders. Now we'll try neck rotation. So let's move the neck, look to the right and left, slowly, don't rush, take your time. Focus your eyes. There should be no discomfort as you rotate the neck. If there is, rotate your head less. Now we move to neck flexion and extension, looking down and looking up. Look all the way down at the floor and way up at the ceiling or the sky. Bring the chin as close to your chest as you can without any strain. Again, move in the range that's comfortable for you and your neck. Now move into side flexion. For this final exercise, in this general warm-up, you slowly tilt your head from one side to the other side. This warms up the muscles at the sides of your neck. Make sure you're breathing fully as you do this. Now your body is entirely warmed up to do whatever you'd like to do, unless you're going to do something more extreme with your legs or your arms.